Hi there everyone, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Monster. I'm back up on top of the viewing tree, because I have been working on the castle since last episode. I finally just about got the causeway done, and I've been messing around with the entrance gate a bit. I've put this little crossbeam thing in, that sort of thing. Just messing around with the design a bit. We'll go up and have a look at that in a second. Also down here, the quarry is right somewhere down right beneath the viewing tree. It's here. And you can see it's starting to mine out now. It is an absolute mob trap. I've noticed that... being shot at. I think that possibly when the quarry's actually finished quarrying, I might use a filler and actually turn this into a mob trap type room. I'm going to get this out of here pretty quickly. But you can see it's got some stuff in. We've got quite a bit of iron, bit of copper, bit of lead, that sort of stuff. But the engines have finally run out of power. So I'm going to refill them up and get the heck out of here. So yeah, I think when it's done, that'll become my mob trap, because I've noticed that in the jungle, I think because of all the trees, some mobs find it difficult to spawn, especially Endermen, I think. They just don't seem to spawn as often as they should, and that's about the right distance away from where I'll be, up there. So that might make a decent mob trap. So yeah, here's the causeway. Same sort of style as the rest of it. And here are the new guard towers. Got some windows in. They do absolutely nothing yet. Sheep are still here. And if we go inside, you can see absolutely nothing done on the inside. But I have gone up onto the top and just put, you know, a little bit of a walkway in. Absolute death trap, because you can fall straight off it. But you can get over down here and all the way over onto the roof of this. Down there you can see, oh, ouch. You can see that the Nether Temple, getting up a tiny bit at a time. We'll finish it one day. And that stuff is growing absolutely brilliantly. So, back to what we are doing today. We are still working on tesseracts. Now, to make tesseracts, we need lots of different stuff. And the first and the most useful thing which I need to make are some more thermal expansion machines. You can see I've got them up here. The one which I'm interested in first of all is the only one that I cannot find, the induction smelter. Okay, fairly standard. Copper gear, redstone reception coil, this stuff, Invar ingots. We're going to be needing more of this now. And you get Invar ingots from Invar blend. You get Invar blend from 2 iron and 1 ferrous metal or nickel. Okay? It has to be powder, at least I think it has to be powder. We are a bit low on the iron, but, you know, we'll cope. So we don't need too much of that, but I'll make up a bit extra, just because I can. And I'm pretty sure that you can't just use the bars. No, you can't. It has to be the dusts. you get dusts out the pulverizer, but if I just put them in like this, they'll just go straight into the furnace. So I'll click that off and set them going. Right, other things I need are copper gears. Are these ready to go in here? No, of course they're not. Wrong chest. We need copper and iron. I believe copper gears are this one. So we're going to be making 6 machines. For 3 machines, so we will need 6 gears. And we also... I've lost it already. Induction smelter. Need reception coils. That's gold and redstone. Now here we hit a problem because we are still... Ooh. Very low on the gold. We are way worse than I realised. Okay. There's a bar of it there. And that is it. Okay. In total we're going to need 6 of these. Do we have enough mimicite? 4 6s are 12. Oh, that is tough. Wow. Okay, can't be helped. Mimicite is a great thing, but I'm going to run out of it really quickly. I can't believe how quickly the gold has gone. Hopefully that quarry will throw up loads soon. I'm going to make 3 of these because, and I best just check before I throw away all my gold. We are going to need in the future a fluid transposer, reception coil, and a magma crucible, reception coil. All of the machines use reception coils. Right, we are also going to need a machine frame, or 3. Our machine frame should be in here with all the junk. 1, 2, 3. And what else are we going to need for this induction smelter? The invar, which should about be ready to go. Yep. Put some ferrous metal in. And it was a bucket, wasn't it? Was it? I know I need one for the other one. Yep, it is a bucket. Okay, so we just need a smidgen of this ferrous metal. I'll get 2. There we go. Okay, combine 2 ferrous metals with 2 dusts. We get a load of invar blend. It's fine, we're going to use this for other things. I'm going to swap this wood which is cooking up for the invar blend. We are completely out of power. There we go. Get that cooking through. And it is going to fly off up that way. Let's turn the output off. Just so I can nab it, I only need 2. Come on, come on, yes! Right, you can go out. So, we had a machine frame with a reception coil, 2 copper gears, 2 pieces of invar, and a bucket. It makes an induction smelter. You can see over here, right by my bed, I have put in a bit more cabling for all this stuff. The induction smelter, it basically combines things and gives outputs. And it is filling up with energy, that's good. Okay, why do we need an induction smelter? We need it for lots and lots of things, actually. But one thing that I'm going to chuck in there first is this stuff, which is the netherrack soul sand. If you chuck in some netherrack with some soul sand, it should start cooking. It does. And what it should make is, if we keep waiting, it should make nether bricks. There we go, nether bricks. We need nether bricks for a recipe. Now what it should also make is sulphur as a possible byproduct. And that is something which we need to make the tesseract, because it's part of the pyrotheum dust. And I think it's going to take a lot more netherrack than soul sand, so we only need a couple of bits of that stuff. Okay, well, we've got the bricks at least, which means we can make things other. We want the... where are we? We want the magma crucible, which needs a leadstone energy cell frame now. Wow. Did not know that. And we need the fluid transposer. That just needs glass and a bucket. So let's make you first, because you are the easiest. At least I assume you are. I assume we have glass hanging about in a laggy thing. Not a lot. Okay. Was there glass in here before I make a load? There's a load of glass in here. We only need 2. So glass with the machine frame and the reception coil and the copper gears, and a bucket gets you the fluid transposer. I'm going to plonk this one down right next to my bed, because that'll make a nice bedside table. This basically takes melted things and puts them into things. We're going to be using it a lot very shortly. But we need to melt things, we need a magma crucible, and the magma crucible needs a leadstone energy cell, which I've forgotten how to make. It is a redstone block with lead and glass. Do we have lead? It's one of those I didn't check. Yes, we do! Stunning. We need some more glass for it. Another 4 pieces. So, glass. Oops. Metals, and that gives us a leadstone energy cell frame. Usually the glass goes in the middle bit, and whatever metal you're using goes in the corner, so that's easy to remember. Copper gears, and 2 nether bricks. There we go, a magma crucible. Magma crucibles are what we will use to melt things. You pop things into here, it melts them. Here is the output. You can see that this thing here is red. This is liquid. That's red. It goes right. This accepts input from the left, so it will melt things in here, and it will go straight into here to go into whatever we want it to go in. What we are going to do is make the second thing which was on our list, which was blaze powder. We never found the nether fortress, but we can make blaze powder if we put glowstone in here and melt up a bit of netherrack, a bit of redstone. We pop it in, you can see it melts. You get destabilised redstone. That pops into here. We've got 100 millibuckets of it, which isn't enough. So I don't know exactly how much redstone we'll need. Come along, quarry. So, it took 2 bits. You can see 2 bits of redstone plus a glowstone makes blaze powder. And we actually only need a couple of pieces of this, so that is enough for our tesseract purposes. How's this getting on? We've got the sulphur. So we have enough sulphur. All that we need now to make the pyrotheum dust is redstone and pulverised coal. So we need, let's pulverise up 5 bits of coal. Again, we don't want it passing straight into the furnace when it's done. And how are we doing for energy? We're draining fast because we've got a lot of stuff on at the minute. Oh, it makes 2 each. Oh, it makes sulphur as a byproduct as well. That's well worth knowing. So we've got loads of sulphur. So pyrotheum dust is pulverised with this and this. I think it's shapeless. You get 2 for each. So that'll give us enough actually for 4 tesseracts, I think. Maybe only 2. 2 tesseracts, but you need 2 anyway. Okay, is there a spare laggy chest anywhere to stick stuff in? Of course there isn't, because there's one. I just want a handy chest to put these things in while I'm making them. It can go there. So pyrotheums. We'll put these bits in just in case, not the mimicite. We need them a bit later, but the rest of the stuff can go over there. So that is stage 1 complete of making tesseracts. Let's go back and see what else we need. What we also need are enderium ingots. Okay, these were made from the pyrotheum dust. We need enderium blend. Enderium blend needs a bucket of resonant ender. So this is our next problem. A bucket of resonant ender is, I think, 4 melted ender pearls. We need pulverised shiny metal and pulverised tin. So I can set this going. I do apologise for the terrible lagginess. Let's get... How much did we need, did I say? If we get 8... Oh, let's just get 16 going. Because it's not like we're not going to make more of it. Okay, so we needed that. We also, for this, needed the resident ender. For this we need ender pearls, which is where we come to a problem. You remember me saying I wanted a mob trap? That's because I have precisely 2 ender pearls, which ain't enough, basically, to even make 1 bucket, and we need to make lots of buckets. And I think I might not even have enough to make a pair of tesseracts here. If you place mimicite with an ender pearl, you get 16 ender pearl dusts. You need 9 ender pearl dusts in a grid to make another pearl. So let's make up. I don't know if it will actually clone the dust. It won't. So, fail at copying these out badly. Another ender pearl. I'm doing this terribly, I apologise. So you can see we're not getting a lot of pearls actually from our mimicite. And we will very quickly run out of mimicite. I don't think there was any more back down in the old quarry either. That's going to go really, really badly. Never mind. Wrong one. So we'll just make as many as we can. We've got enough for a bucket. Got enough for 2 buckets. And 1 left over. And a load of dusts. Right. We can take this out as well. Let's melt down some ender pearls. If we melt down an ender pearl, you'll see, I hope it should give 250. It did. 250. 1000 is 1 bucket, so 4 ender pearls maketh the bucket. In which case we will need to go and find a bucket to get rid of it. There is... Oh, we've got loads of buckets. Buckets. And We have pulverised up our tin. We needed to pulverise up, it was shiny metal, wasn't it? We've only got a few pieces of shiny metal. Shiny metal is one of those byproducts that comes out when you pulverise things. But we need it as dust. Pulverised tin. Okay, so we've got 1,000 pieces of resonant ender. That's enough to make a bucket. Here's a toggle button. If you have this on empty, if you put a bucket in, it will drain it into the system. If you click it, it goes the other way round, and you can put a bucket in the top. And have I done that wrong? Yep. Leave it perfectly alone, and it will fill your bucket up. So there we go. We have a bucket of resonant ender. We have pulverised shiny metal, and we have pulverised tin. We combine them. Let's see if I could remember the recipe. I bet I can't. Was it 3? It was 3. That recipe gets you 4 Enderium blend. Now that's enough to make 1 tesseract. It just needs baking up to be turned. Does it need baking up? Enderium ingot is turned into Enderium blend when it's combined in an induction smelter with the pyrotheum dust. So this is where the pyrotheum dust comes in. For pyrotheum dust, get rid of all of these things. Get rid of all of these things. Chuck in pyrotheum dust and Enderium blend. And that will bake up into the Enderium ingots. We are getting there. I know it doesn't feel like it, but we are, honest. Chuck those back in. And we've run out of power again. It's all great fun making tesseracts. There we go. I should be so happy when we've got infinite power. We shall be able to do so many things. Okay, we have the Enderium ingots. You can see that we've not used up all the pyrotheum dust. That's enough to actually make another whole tesseract. The next thing that we need to make the tesseract frame is hardened glass. Hardened glass is made from obsidian dust with lead dust. I don't think we've pulverised up any lead yet. But you can make it with lead ingots. Let me not get ahead of myself. What we need, though, is some... It's not in here, is it? I don't know why this particular chest is more laggy than the others. We need some obsidian. We've only got 1 piece of obsidian. Okay, this could be problematic. Is my mimikite in here? How much do we have? 2 pieces. Well, it looks like we don't particularly have enough obsidian. Unless there is any hiding in any of the other chests, which I'm pretty sure there isn't. So, that is the dump chest, and that is the everything chest, which I just checked anyway. Well, 1 piece of obsidian doesn't cut it. So, you know what that means. We need to go and nick some. We have a handy supply of obsidian. 3 diamonds. We only need 2. Oh dear, we are so low on things. It is so bad. We are going to make ourselves up a diamond pickaxe. And we're going to go and tear the nether portal to bits. So up here we have 1 nether portal. Moo to the cow too. Apologies nether portal, but I'm not going back through for a while anyway. This stuff takes so long to mine. It is infuriating. We don't really need many pieces of this. I'm just going to get 4. Come on, there we go. Right, that is plenty of obsidian. Now then, all that we have to do with this is, you've guessed it, pulverise this as well. Obsidian into the pulverizer. Did that go in? No, it did not. Pulverise the obsidian. We can chuck the enderium in here. This should be empty. Right. Wrong one. You'd have to be a bit quick with this. 8 obsidian plus a piece of lead gives you 2. And then we've got the tesseract frame. We then just need to fill it. To fill it needs a bucket of resonant ender. We have that. Place it with silver and bronze, and we have a fully working tesseract. And with that, we shall finish the episode. 16 obsidians. Go into there. With... oh, where is my lead? 2 pieces of lead. And that will give us 2... 4 hardened glass. I've picked up 2 of them. I've picked up 2 of them like that. Right. Hardened glass, enderium ingots, and I believe it was a diamond. We still have 1 left. 1 diamond. Enderium. Hardened glass. We have an empty tesseract frame. Stick the empty tesseract frame. I need that bucket emptying back in now. Thank you. Switch it around again. Into here. And that's not enough. Yes, it is. It's just really slow. We get a full tesseract frame. Then all that we needed to make the tesseract was copper and silver. We've got tons of silver because we don't use that for anything. Got a little bit of copper. Wrong one. Wrong one. Right one. Tesseract frame full. Stick that in the middle. Copper in the corners. Silver around the edges. Maybe the other way. What's gone wrong? Silver. Bronze. It's bronze. It's not copper. Do we have any bronze? Bronze should be about somewhere. Oh, come on, there must be bronze somewhere. I know I've used bronze at some point. Oh, really? Really? Right, bronze is made from... how do you make bronze? Bronze dust? Copper and tin? Yeah, that's right, you make it from copper and tin, don't you? Which I happen to have in my inventory anyway. Wasn't it just something... no. Use the official recipe, because that always works best. And that was silver I was using, that's silver I was using, that's tin. There we go, bronze ingots. I thought there was a way. So we only needed 4. So 4 bronze in the corners. Tesseract frame in the middle. Silver, and we have a whole tesseract at long last. we have a fully working tesseract. It is absolutely useless on its own, but if we plonk it down, I'll finish off by showing you that nowadays you don't have big crashes. Okay, so here's your tesseract open, and you can see in the configuration you can set it to item mode, fluid mode or energy mode. There's only one type of tesseract now. There's not the 3 different types, and one tesseract can do multiple things at once. I'll show you all this next time. But there we go, we have our first tesseract at long last. It took quite a bit of time and I hope it was followable. I know I was rushing a bit at the end. So for next time I'm going to let that quarry run for quite a while because I need a lot more things to actually make another one of these, and I'll see if I can get another one of these made off camera because you really don't need to see all that again. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.